This episode of Nintendo Pow Block is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to learn how to support Nintendo Pow Block and the Boss Rush Network, head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/Boss Rush Network and see which tier is right for you. Thanks for your continued support. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Network. Yes, I'm your host, and that's exciting ADV. Joining me is the one, the only Bossman himself, Mr. Corey Derrick. Hello, good sir. Yes.
Ed, that's a lot of energy. That is way. There's a lot of energy going on here, and it is not from me. Hi, Ed. Hi, Ed. I'm in a normal mood, everybody.
Corey, I'm super hyped. You know, we got the Summer Direct coming. Me and you was texting about collector items and like a whole bunch of Nintendo stuff is about to drop soon. And I'm just so pumped because I need to know, Nintendo, what are you doing in the summer? And when do we expect the Switch 2 successor? I mean, the Switch successor, I should really say. So that me and Corey could just like be texting and probably having phone calls that probably would end up turning into podcast discussions. I'm super excited. Because everybody knows around this time, it would be E3 predictions coming up. But unfortunately, there's no more E3. And the Summer Directs, is going to be upon us, where there's going to be a lot of showcases. Xbox is doing theirs on June 9th, which I'm excited to see, because we may be getting announcement of dates for some of their games. We're still waiting to see what Sony does, but like Nintendo, they're going to be showcasing what they have for the rest of the second half of 2024. And I'm super excited. We may get Metroid Prime 4. We don't know. We may get another Fire Emblem, a new IP, Splatoon. Like, there's so much. Monolith Soft new game may be coming. Like, Corey, there's so much happening just within, like, in June.
I still think we're going to get a lot of remakes and remasters this year. I kind of feel like we're going to get a Fire Emblem Echoes type thing, like we did at the end of the 3DS with Shadows of Valencia, which was pretty interesting and different. That collector's edition's on my list too. It's still cheap for some reason. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think there's going to be some. I mean, I think Metroid Prime 2 and 3 are easy shoe-ins. I think some of the Wii U stuff that hasn't come over yet, that's not called Zelda, are easy shoe-ins. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like Star Fox, some sort of Star Fox remaster or remake this year. You know, like maybe like Assault would probably be the one you would remake from GameCube at this point, just because nobody really likes Adventures all that much. Although a full remake of Adventures would probably be interesting.
If they fixed a lot of things, that was kind of
if they fixed a lot of games, if they just made a new game.
No, but I like Star Fox Adventure. I think if they fixed a lot of that game, the one that Rare made, I think it would be more enjoyable. Because I did not like Star Fox Adventure. When I got to about like the fourth dungeon, I'm like, oh, this does not play good. I was kind of like over it.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I liked Adventure at one point. But I don't remember hardly anything about it. The last time I think I saw anything on it was when Block posted that trash or treasure video of it. Like a year ago or 2 years ago at this point?
Yeah.
I don't know how time works. But that, I mean, that was the last time I saw anything. I'm like, all I remember is they tried to make some tribal girl fox that everybody was thirsting over at the time, and I was like, that's, I don't
I
understand, but
I
okay.
I I I didn't thirst for people characters like in that era. It's kind of
Hey
weird.
man, I just here for the games, man. Just here for the games.
Insane.
So yeah, but that's I guess that's my hot take for the day. Uh, Anyways, help, get
Well,
me out of here.
well,
Help.
Corey, we do have to get on with the show because we got a great episode for you guys. We're gonna get into our housekeeping. If you want to support Nintendo Pow Block and the Boss Rush Network, you can head over to our Patreon at patreon.com/Boss Rush Network, where you can get our supplemental show Expansion Pass 2 weeks early and ad-free, and other perks like early access to other podcasts, voting rights, and more at the tier that's right for you. Again, that's patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. And Corey, we got some upcoming things that we might want to spotlight. You want to talk about them?
No. Yeah, no, I will.
Ah!
I'm just kidding. I'm just being a meanie head. I was gonna say something else, but then I realized that this is Foul Block and not the other show. So that was the first thing that came
Ah!
to my head. That was clean. So we have a couple spotlights coming up. Well, one's already published. The one that's published is with Joe Telesk, who is the founder and executive director at Guardians Mental Health. Mary Helen and I interviewed him for about 45-ish minutes. It was a really great conversation about, how it started and resources and how they, use, their messaging to provide all those resources for people. And it was a really great conversation. Joe is a great guy. I finally met him at PAX after messaging him, last year around February, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and just because I was using Guardians Mental Health to kind of see where I should start. And we messaged back and forth a few times, and scheduling just kind of got in the way. But I met him at PAX finally. And he's got a great beard, by the way. Just gonna throw that out there. He's got a great beard. Like, it's just all kind of like, it's longer, but it's like all kept, and it's nice. He's got a nice beard. But yeah, he was
Beer
great.
game is strong.
Yeah, it's quite strong. Another past spotlight that maybe you did or didn't see, it came out in early April, was the Toge Productions spotlight that Pat and Stephanie did. So you can check that out as
Uh-huh.
well. We have a couple upcoming ones though, Ed. We have the Astral Clock Tower Studios spotlight, which Stephanie and I are interviewing them. So if you are a silver tier patron, you still have time to ask a question. You can go to patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. And if you are a silver tier patron or above, you can ask questions to our spotlight guests.
Can they
So
be the newest clamp of
no,
gaming?
nobody knows what that means except
Ah.
for you. So
I'm a
anyways,
nerd. I can't help it.
you're something. So yeah,
Ah,
if you're
yeah.
listening to this on Tuesday or Wednesday, you have until 7 p.m. Eastern time to ask your questions over there. And then also Stephanie and I think Pat are interviewing the studio behind the game Fretless in June, which is the music based game that they saw at PAX. So you can look forward to that as well. Um, there is other content coming to our YouTube channel. I'm trying to put some stuff together for games like Stellar Blade and Destiny's next expansion. I'm trying to put some stuff together for that, and a couple other things that I'm trying to do. But it's a time. Hellblade. There's going to be stuff for Hellblade 2 going up as well, which comes out this. It's out today. If you're listening on Tuesday, if you have an Xbox or Game
Yes.
Pass or PC or Steam Deck, you can get it right now.
Yes.
So go buy it. Support that game because we don't. Not to sound dark, but we don't need another Tango situation where they make this
Right.
amazing game and the studio shuts down out of nowhere. So support Hellblade 2. We're going to advertise it since Microsoft seems to not want to. Uh,
Oh,
I
good,
tweeted out.
good.
I
Move
tweeted
that
out a
on.
really angry. I tweeted out a really angry tweet earlier today.
Oh,
I tried.
it's it. Go ahead, Corey.
Oh, I was just gonna say I tried to word it as nicely as possible while still being angry, but I was pretty angry. It's they are not marketing this game. I haven't seen a YouTube ad. I haven't seen any ads during basketball games. I haven't seen any ads on regular TV. I haven't seen any ads for it on social media except for the random times that I see an Xbox tweet about it. Like there was an Xbox Wire tweet today about the
Mm-hmm.
game, and I'm like, you need more than an Xbox Wire blog post. Xbox Wire does not have nearly as many followers as the main Xbox account. Why aren't you tweeting it out from there? Their marketing department, I mean,
Well,
look.
it's
Hold on, time out. Let me get this out real quick because I'm not going to get it out if you keep going. So, you and I are both love playing games on the platform, right?
yes.
Recently, obviously, there's been some interesting things going on over there that have made me think twice about purchasing third-party games over there. But I still do because I like the controller. But uh,
Same.
Xbox's marketing department has been terrible for a long time, and
Correct.
I'm not trying to point fingers at anybody. It's more of the thing in general, right? But their marketing department does not. They don't do a good job of marketing their games, which is part of the reasons why nobody, aside from like we can get into that later. But like, I think their marketing department is terrible. I think it has been for a long time. I thought when they bought Bethesda, Pete Hines would have taken over Xbox's marketing department and
Mm-hmm.
maybe, uh, look, Aaron Greenberg's a nice guy. He's great. He makes some fun tweets, but he's running their marketing department and their marketing department is terrible. I thought Pete Hines was going to take it over when they bought Bethesda. Obviously, Pete Hines left in he retired, right? "Quote unquote retired." But those emails from the FTC hearing, he clearly wanted out once they were bought because he, all that, uh, which I don't blame him. But anyways, buy Hellblade 2. Don't just play it on Game Pass. Buy it. Buy it. Please buy this game. I do not want Ninja Theory to go away. I want Hellblade to succeed. I want Ninja Theory to make cool games.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're not for me, like I know they're working on a horror game, which I will not buy. But I want them to make great games that people like. I don't want them to go away. And clearly Game Pass is not supporting these games. So buy the game. I will buy it. I will buy it when I get a Steam Deck. I'll buy it for Steam Deck. I will buy it on PlayStation if it comes there. I bought it on Xbox. By the way, did I tell you for the first time ever I unsubscribed to Xbox Game Pass?
Yeah, we talked about that last
Yeah.
week.
First time since Game Pass launched that I've unsubscribed to it. Although I realize I need it to play games online, but I'm not playing anything except for Destiny, and it's technically a free to play game, which you don't need Xbox Live for. So, or Xbox Game Pass Core, whatever they're calling it these days. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, man, it's been I'm really. Let's talk about Nintendo. That's all.
So,
That's what I have to say about Xbox.
before we go
How
on,
do we even
I
get on
think
this?
uh, uh, It's because of something. It's because of the let's plays and the
Oh, right,
unboxings,
right,
and stuff.
right.
I will say this. I think because, and this is resulting in Nintendo. um we just had a surprise Game Boy announcements of games and stuff, and like even with that, Nintendo is consistently like marketing even games that have already been out. Like when there's a holiday or just randomly, they make sure that they market their first party games. And I think that's what I love with Nintendo, that they could market their games. They could be funny about it, or even if it's years past, they still could remind players that we have this game on our platform. And that
Hmm.
and those commercials are always fun to look at. And whether it's through a tweet, whether you see it on a YouTube video, whether it's on Twitch or somebody's stream and stuff, it's always interesting to see that Nintendo wants to make people sure about the games that um they have on their platform. We just celebrated Tears of the Kingdom um last week, and just because of people talking about it, people are looking towards that game to be like, oh man, maybe it is time for me to pick it up and play it, or and stuff like that. And depending on how Nintendo goes about that marketing, um there's always something there to let you know that their games are available to play on Switch. And
Hmm.
even with some of their newer games like Paper Mario, they've been just going hard with marketing that game. We're going to be talking about Paper Mario later on in Family News, but there's just so many videos that they've been dropping because the game is coming out. Like they've been making sure that the previews are out there. We don't have no reviews for the game yet or anything, but they're letting people see what they're going to be getting of this is their first time playing, and they've been making it fun and everything.
Hmm.
So they want eyes to make sure that it's on their products and let you know that, hey, this is the release date. This is when the game comes out. We're hoping you guys are looking forward to it and you're purchase the game to play. So that's all I kind of just wanted to say. I won't get on Xbox marketing. That would be an expansion pass that you guys may be checking out soon in the coming weeks, I should say.
Hmm.
But Corey, what else? What other spotlights?
I think that's it for now for spotlights. And I mean, I'm trying to get some things set up so we can do some live streaming and stuff too.
Hmm.
Um, it's just I need, like I said, I need time. So uh, the next 2 nights, I'm not recording anything. I'm gonna try to hang out with my wife first of all, but after she goes to bed, I'm gonna try to get things set up to where we can start doing some live streaming and recording really easily because I have an extra uh, computer right now that I am turning into a Windows machine that can hopefully handle all the live streaming stuff that we want to do and recording and stuff like that. So hopefully we can make that happen for everybody uh, because I want to. I mean, I kind of miss streaming. I don't want to sit at this stupid desk and do it, but I kind of miss streaming.
Hmm.
Um, and I kind of miss recording let's plays and stuff. It's the editing part that sucks. But I we need to draw people to the channel and draw people our way. And the podcasts, as they're not drawing anybody towards the video side of things, and we just got to be better at that stuff. So we have a bunch of social media people doing stuff now. Um, we have we have a lot of great writers obviously doing things. We got to step up the video stuff. And if that means revamping how we do the podcasts or when they come out, like then that's what we have to do to make certain things work. But um, right now that's what's going on. Unboxings though, Ed. I've been unboxing a lot of
Ooh,
stuff.
yes.
So I have this idea, and I don't know I don't know when it's going to start, but I have recorded 4 unboxing videos. I know a lot of people unbox new things, and maybe we'll unbox new things as well, right? Once they start coming in, or we start, budgeting for that or whatever. But like, I have this idea of going through all my old collector's editions and just doing some unboxing videos of the collector's editions. Um, I think that would be really neat, of old ones. And then after I'm done unboxing them, I'll just sell the ones I don't want. Like, uh, the Destiny 2 Shadowkeep one is like a highly sought after Destiny collector's edition, and it's like the one expansion that I absolutely think is terrible, except for the last season of that expansion. To the point where, like, even seeing the box, I'm like, man, that was a really down time for Destiny. I mean, even the box doesn't look like the rest of them. The other ones are like all the other ones are the same. Well, this Final Shape one isn't the same size, but all the other collector's editions are like the same size box. They all sit nice next to each other, and this one is like way smaller than the rest of them, and it's also way heavier than the rest of them because the cryptoglyph kind of puzzle thing that comes inside is it's very small, and then the other stuff that comes in the box is very small. So I don't know. It's just it annoys me on multiple levels. But on the other side, like, it's gonna annoy me not having every collector's edition because I do have all the Destiny collector's editions. So I don't know what to do. I have it listed on I have it listed already at a certain amount, and I'll just let it sit there for that amount until somebody buys it. And if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. And if it does, well, then I'll wait 6 months when everybody hates Destiny again, and I'll rebuy it for a tenth of the price. No, but Shadowkeep is like an extremely rare collector's edition. It's the only one that is rare, aside from the Ghost edition from Destiny 1. So, obviously Activision wanted to make a ton of money, so they made a lot of collector's editions. And Shadowkeep was the first one they released on their own, and they wanted it to be special because they didn't make one for Forsaken, and they felt really, I guess Bungie felt really bad that they never made a collector's edition for Forsaken. So this is how they tried to make up for it. And yeah, I don't care. Dude, Shadowkeep was so bad. Anyways, unboxings. I also have some Zelda collector's editions that I'm going to unbox. The Switch ones, probably some other ones.
Yes.
I have some Xenoblade collector's editions. I just got the definitive edition collector's set. It's on its way. 3 will be on its way this week, probably. Some Fire Emblem ones. So I'm trying to, like we were talking about earlier, Ed, I'm trying to curate my Nintendo collection. I'm trying to curate my Destiny collection, and I'm trying to curate my physical game collection in general. In order to do so, I'm cleaning house of everything that I have 3 piles. I have a yes, I have a maybe, and I have a get rid of pile. And then I go through the maybe pile after every thing, and I go through and I think about it really hard for about 30 seconds. And if I can't come to a conclusion in 30 seconds, then it's a no. It's the rule I gave myself. So I have a big pile of stuff to get rid of, so I can buy cooler things like the Fire Emblem collector's editions for Switch, like the Xenoblade collector's editions for Switch that I didn't get because I bought 2 at launch. I have 2. I didn't know one had a collector's edition, and then
me neither.
And then the fiasco that was the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 collector's edition. I was just like, I'm not even trying.
Dude, I tried hard to get that and could not get it at all.
Everybody did. I mean, remember the Boss Rush group chat during the Xenoblade 3? I mean, I think maybe the only person that got it was Dan. I think. I mean, he's a diehard Xenoblade. He was gonna murder someone for that collector's edition. So, but I think he's the only one that got it. and I was just like, I tried like for a couple of minutes. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not sitting here to do this. I don't have time for this.
It it just kept crashing, and I think that's when like the bot situation of pre-ordering was happening, and it's just like,
Yeah,
man, like we're not gonna get it because I
yeah,
like when I tried to get it, like I literally was refreshing and it looked like I had it, but stuff wasn't going through, and then it was too late. So I was just like, I'm like,
hmm
I gave up and
yeah.
everything. I'm like, I would have been fine pre-ordering it, but
Well, that's what Nintendo's trying to avoid now, right? With Luigi's Mansion and Paper Mario, they canceled all online pre-orders, right? And
mhm.
the only stores that have them are Best Buy, Target, and Walmart, and you have to pick them up in store or have them ship it from your store to your house, right? That's the only way you can get them online right now. And like I pre-ordered Paper Mario today from Best Buy, and I have it for in-store pickup,
Yeah,
on
same here.
Thursday. So uh whatever happens, I guess. But like Nintendo's really trying to cut down on this scalper BS, because you know what this tells me though, actually, too, is that a lot of the games that are coming out this year for Switch, because the new one's coming out next year, right? A lot of these games the second half of the year are going to be really hard to find. So if you want any game from maybe the end of 2023 all the way through 2024 until the next Switch launches, and you want a physical copy, you better buy it. You better buy it.
Yeah.
Because a game like Paper Mario in a year, 2 years, 3 years, don't bother, unless you're like a hardcore Paper Mario fan that needs everything. But I mean, if you were that, you would be buying it
If
anyway.
right. And I think this is kind of like for another discussion because Best Buy is very iffy. I was talking to Cam, um, and like he did a tweet talking about he's like I went to my Best Buy and I seen the Nintendo section and like all it had was hooks in the whole section. I was just like, that's every Best Buy. I'm like, dude, I went to my Best Buy and they had one rack for Xbox, another rack for PlayStation, and some other stuff. I went into the Nintendo section. You have to pull a card to give to the cashier to get the game. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what the world is this?
Mm-hmm.
It's 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 very weird.
Yeah,
It's so
it's
weird.
it's
And good
something.
luck with
So
Target.
yeah, I think I have 3 games pre-ordered right now. I pre-ordered that Epic Mickey one, rebrushed,
Mm.
um, because I really like Epic Mickey. But I also, what else did I pre-ordered something else too. I forget. Oh, that that NIS America game that's coming out this fall, that is essentially Astral Chain meets Persona, or Shin Megami Tensei, and
Hmm.
it starts with an R, Raynatis or something, Raynalis, something like that. So
Yeah.
that seems interesting. I'm ready for that. So, but
Yeah, I gotta
anyways,
make my pre-order list and stuff.
that's kind of, you know where I'm at. What else? Oh, I also want to shout out Stephanie's Animal Well review. It was very well done. Uh, it's obviously, if you have a Switch, it's there, and if you're interested in it, read that review on bossrush.net. It's very well done. Um, so
Yes.
sorry it took us 20 minutes to get through that because we got sidetracked because we suck at this.
This is Nintendo Pow Block, and we always get into a side tangent. We just didn't
Something.
say side tangent this time.
Something. We are something. Um, anyways,
Well, Corey, how about we get into Snacktendo? And Corey, have you been snacking on anything this week?
um, not. I mean, snacking. No,
Mm-hmm.
but we did get Casa del Rio for dinner last night, and it was awesome. Um,
Nom.
got that massive burrito that I always get, and it was twice the size that it normally is. Um, and then we had these like sausages that my wife gets once in a while from Aldi tonight, and they're just really good sausages that you put sauce on and just eat it. And I had those with the salad tonight. But that's kind of it this week. It's oh, and I ate a ton of pizza rolls like I do every weekend because I have some weird obsession with pizza rolls for some reason. Um
Nom, nom, nom.
so yeah, my Casa del Rio burrito though was very good. Very, very good. They put a lot of Diablo sauce on it though. I gotta tell you, my mouth still kind of hurts a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay.
So, for me, I had we got a place called Taco El Norte. Um, so I had a fajita burrito. And then I ordered some Mexican rice to go along with it because they didn't have no rice in the burrito, which was weird. I actually had to eat it in a bowl. What was happening is that I I cut it in half because I just knew that if I bit into it, that burrito was gonna fall apart because they stuffed it and it was good. It was delicious and everything, but they stuffed it in this thin wrap that the moment I lifted it up, like I was gonna try to bite it, it was like the bottom part was coming loose. So it felt like they didn't wrap it right. So I cut it. I had a bowl. I just threw out all the chicken, the fajita vegetables, the beans, the cheese, and I mixed it in with some Mexican rice and just ate it like it was almost like a burrito bowl. Um, and then did it to the other side, and it was really good. But I'm just like, y'all got. I'm like, I don't know what y'all was doing to this burrito. I'm like, it's falling apart. I'm like, I just got it and everything, but it is what it is. Um,
It is what it is.
last but not least, okay, so everybody knows I'm a Pizza Hut guy. It is what it is. Um, But this one was weird, Corey, and I didn't text you about this because I
Oh,
knew you was gonna
shocking.
get on me.
Pizza Pizza Hut was
But
weird, guys.
no, no, no. But I'll tell you why it was weird. So they got a
Pizza Hut.
$6.99 deal going on where you could get two entrees, kind of almost like,
Like Domino's,
yeah,
the
two for
Domino's
six
one,
ninety
that's way
nine
better.
each.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, no. The Pizza Hut one is better because you do get two items for $6.99. Just hear me out. Hear me out. So I said I wanted a two topping personal pan pizza. So it was going to be um sausage and black olives. I just like that. I couldn't think of anything. I had Tombstone earlier in the week, so I already had enough pepperoni like in me. Um, and then I was gonna get some fries because I was gonna get their honey barbecue wings, but I wanted to try their fries since I never tried it. So I did my ordering. Got home after work and just like, okay, let me go pick up my food. Went to my nearest Pizza Hut. Now I'm thinking it's gonna be a small personal pan pizza for me and a box of fries and a Mountain Dew. As the has to drink. So I get my Mountain Dew, and the guy comes up and brings my order out. He's bringing me a medium sized actual pan pizza. I'm like, I did not order this size. What is going? Literally, Corey, they gave me the wrong size. I didn't say nothing. We black folks already know. that if we get something that's expensive for cheap, we're gonna keep our mouth shut and keep it moving. I don't know how other folks do, but I'm like, this is a $15 some size pizza that I'm getting for $6.99 or whatever price. So I took it, and the personal pan pizza box was my fries. Fine with that. Took my tail straight home and was just like, I'm not gonna tweet about this. I'm not gonna say anything, but they really don't know what they're doing at Pizza Hut. But I was blessed. I ate that pizza. It was good. I ate the fries. Needed some ketchup, but it's fine. It was seasoned well. I think I'm gonna do the honey barbecue chicken next time. But I'm just like, y'all know y'all supposed to give me a personal pan pizza, like a small size, not a medium sized pizza. But it is what
should
it
just
is.
you
And
should just
I ate it.
not say anything.
And I did. I didn't say anything. I kept it quiet until if anybody's watching this, they know now. Saturday I got my king salmon, or salmon or salmon or whatever I want to call it, king salmon sushi, which was really good. Got some um cream soda drinks. I got this thing called white cream soda, which was really really good. The soda was just, it was just color white, but it was actually soda. And then there's another one that is a melon flavor with cherry mixed in cream soda, which was really really good. And then I got my milk tea that I start to get from there, that I enjoy.
Milk tea.
Yes. I never tried it, but like months ago, like when I talked to people about this milk tea, I'm like, oh, this is Bombay. It's the Digimon milk tea, and I just love it. I can't help it. It's so good. Um, I got some Twizzlers, the pull and peel, that I definitely enjoy. Um, and then yeah, I got some Tostitos chips and some nacho cheese. There was 2 for $7, so I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get this and snack on it. And it's just, I just love Tostitos. I love their chips and their salsa and nacho cheese. Um, and I don't know if I ever would change it up. I really don't know. Um, because I will say, when there is a Mexican place and they give you guac and chips, it be the bomb big. There is another Mexican place that's up by me, like 10 minutes, and I might have to see if I could order some orders from them. But like, there was a time that when I was working at JCPenney outlet in the early 2000s, on Sundays before I had to go to work, me and my friend would like skedaddle at the church and meet up there before everybody like trying to hit the spot. When I tell you they had the best guacamole and probably still do, man, we were just eating their guac and chips and Harito and Harito, pineapple for me. And I would take the food to go. I was just like, just on the food to go. I'm here for the apps and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, they just had the best, and it was just so good from it. So, but yeah, everybody, that's pretty much what I been snacking on. I brought my associate also this Sunday, on the day we recording. I brought a Jersey Mike's. I told her, sorry, I said everybody, sorry about that. They changed my schedule at work today, so I was just like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
I'm still working at the store, but I'm not closing or anything. So I'm still working with this associate. So I was gonna ask her, did she want Jersey Mike's, because I just had a taste for it. And I said, I was like, I'm sorry that I'm working with you later today during the mid shift, because I wanted to ask you, did you want Jersey Mike's? Yes. when that yes flew out, Corey, I was just like, oh, okay. She's just like, I'm about to look at the menu and tell you what I want to eat. I'm just like, okay, food should be here around about 1 o'clock and everything, and it came and the it was really good. She definitely enjoyed it, and I told her we'll get chips and drinks at the store, and we did. And man, it was just so good. Just I'm starting to like Jersey Mike's. I'm in a weird sense. I think I would probably put Jersey Mike's over Jimmy John's when it comes to subs. It might be the best even over Subway, but that's uh, here no here or there. It's
That's
I don't even know. I don't even know. Do you actually like subs, Corey? Like mini subs or
dude.
something?
I mean, yeah, I do. I just just it depends on where it's from and what kind of mood I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to eat like Subway all the time when I was younger, and Quiznos was my absolute favorite. Um,
Yeah.
and then Blimpie was really good for a while. Now Firehouse is kind of like the thing around here. So, I mean, yeah, I have to be in the mood for it, but I like I like the Firehouse turkey from Firehouse Subs, and I always add bacon
Oh,
and
okay.
jalapenos to it instead of tomatoes. So it's very good.
You like that spice.
I mean, I do, yes. So yep, I like it.
All
It's
right.
tasty.
Ah, yes. Well, everybody, that's what we've been snacking on. It's time for Play with Power. And Corey, I'm going to go first on this one because I've
Are
been
you still
playing
playing Prince of
Pokemon.
Persia?
No, I have
You have
not changed it.
you haven't
I
changed
have
it
not changed it.
since like February. So I'm just curious if you do you even open the docket?
Yes, I do.
Hmm.
uh, but I have been playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I am on the last part of Animal Well, so I'm almost close to finishing it. I just need to hop on. Just getting a little bit further in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Quite enjoying it. It's an easier roguelike game. It's kind of playing for its by itself. I am leveling up a little bit quicker, so it's a very casual game, for me. But everybody, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about because I did some purchasing on Xbox. There were some sales going on, so that's why.
Mhm.
So I bought Forza Horizon 4 digitally, because like my Xbox disc got cracked somehow. I don't know. Ocean Horn 2 I purchased. Ghost Song was on sale, so I purchased that. I got Vimba on it, but Corey,
Hmm.
you're gonna be happy to know that I did purchase Bat Boy on Xbox.
Because it was on sale. I got that
It
notification because I
was.
was going to buy it there too. Uh,
Uh-huh.
but like I said earlier, I question everything I purchase on Xbox now. I'm like really paranoid now. I mean, and I know I probably shouldn't be, but I am. And that's, anyways, Bat Boy's great. Good job buying
Yeah,
Bat Boy.
I'm super excited to play it. And definitely hear it through the Microsoft Xbox headphones. I'm super excited to do that, see how the music it is in that game. And knowing me, I'm probably gonna get hooked on. Be like Corey, I played about 5 levels
Mhm.
and stuff. Because that's kind of how Animal Well was like that Friday that I started. And that Saturday I was playing. When I was home, that's what I was playing, um, and stuff. So I'm excited to play a lot about that. I did start Ghost Song. It's a good game. I'm enjoying it. I think I just need to get used to the controls for a little bit. And the hit detection, for it. So But that's pretty much it. And then I'm actually am on the last mission of Far Cry 3. So I just got to do one more thing, and then I kind of almost beat the game. Unless I think I get to make a decision at the end of the game for some stuff. Um, but yeah, I'm almost finished with Far Cry 3
Mhm.
for it. And then I will I know I gotta delete some stuff off my Xbox and start downloading Destiny 2 so I could be
Mhm.
ready for that. I think I may be going through the new campaign that replaced the original campaign that came out because I never played what they replaced it with. So I want
Uh,
to see. I want to see what. Because I wonder if it's a different, just a completely different story.
it's not. It's I mean, you're waking up in the middle of a the new light stuff sucks. Skip it. That's all I can say. Just skip it. It's awful. It's terrible. Like they the way it's positioned is that you're waking up in the middle of the Destiny 2 storyline. So you're waking up during the events after Forsaken because that's the last thing that they vaulted was Forsaken. And so you're waking up after you're the guardian that wakes up in after that. So
Hmm.
just skip it. They gave you the option to skip it if you've played any sort of Destiny before. Um, so I mean, if you want to suffer through it, that's your
I,
problem.
I,
But it's
I mean, I will say I do want to suffer through it because I and just let everybody know I already beat Destiny 2. Like I beat it. I think it took me about 2 weeks. Um, to beat it because I know I believe me and you were playing Corey around the same time. I mean, we did tag team in the game to play it, but we was playing it around that time when it came out. I don't know if you I think you may have beat it before me. Um for Destiny 2. But I know I remember beating that game like 2 weeks after I brought it uh on Xbox. So yeah,
yeah.
but that's what I've been playing with Power. What about you, Corey? What have you been playing with Power?
So I played Stellar Blade. I played through the demo. I really love that game. I I think it's a great game.
Hmm.
I mean, probably within the next week or so. Well, here's the thing. I didn't buy it because I know Hellblade is coming up, and I know Destiny: The Final Shape is coming up. And hopefully by the time I'm done with the first episode of the final shape after,
Yeah.
the campaign and then the first episode, which the episodes are replacing seasons, hopefully Stellar Blade will be on some sort of sale and I will buy it. But yeah, I love Stellar Blade. I think it's a really cool. I love the combat. Uh I it feels like I don't it just feels like those action games that came out like it reminds me of like the PS2, PS3 era in like a nostalgic way, but like it feels like I
Hmm.
remember those games feeling, but it actually plays like way better. uh and so yeah, I don't know. I can't say enough good things about Stellar Blade. I think it's really great. Um and I hope people check it out because I know there's a lot of stupid things going on the internet because people are dumb and need something to complain about, but I think I think the story is pretty interesting so far. I mean, it's not like amazing storytelling, but it's good.
Yeah.
But it's about the combat, and yeah, the combat's awesome. I think the combat feels great. I wish the dash was a little bit better, uh, but from what I hear, you can upgrade it later to make it way better. So
Yeah.
that's probably, I mean, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna try to figure all that out once I start really playing it. But I really love Stellar Blade. It might be my favorite game I've played all year. Not that I've played anything that's come out this year. uh, but yeah, I really like Stellar Blade. It's awesome. So
And I've I've been seeing the new Game Plus playthroughs. I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm. Yeah, I really like it, man. It's really good. I've also been playing Destiny Into the Light. It's, I'm trying to finish some of that stuff
Mm,
before the final shape comes out. I don't know how much I'm going to because of Hellblade coming out and my time is limited, but I'm very much trying to get some of these weapons before all the stuff goes away on the 4th. So that's where I'm at there. Still Destiny, still fun. And I think the Into the Light stuff is the boost that this game needed desperately. And I'm really happy they brought back some of the exotic missions. I would still like to run 0 Hour at some point. I think Pantheon is a really awesome idea, which I think this is a trial run. And I think Pantheon was planned for the 10th anniversary of Destiny,
yeah.
and they needed something to get people excited again, and they moved it up. So Pantheon, for those who don't know, they've strung together a lot of like not random, like each set is curated, but it's like raid encounters from raids, right? With new challenges and new difficulty levels and new kind of like they change up some of the mechanics of the raid that you don't expect, or not mechanics really, but like enemies that spawn, or like the Rulk fight that came out this past week. Like that, once he's in his like damage phase, another Rulk spawns and walks around and tries to kick you off the stage. Uh, the Oryx fight, the Blight Knights keep respawning, or the Blight Ogres, maybe it's the Knights keep respawning instead of dying after you kill them the first time. So that's really fun. And Pantheon is a cool idea. I hope they bring it back. I think, like I said, I think this was a Destiny 10th anniversary thing they were going to release this fall with whatever their anniversary package was going to be. But a lot of people seem to be really excited for this. So, and then I played some more Final Fantasy VII. I said I was going to be done with it, and I really want to be done with it, but I went back to it and I said, "I'm sorry, baby. Please take me back." And then it treated me like garbage again, and now I feel sad. It's the terrible ex-girlfriend of my video game playing. So,
Oh wow. I need Final Fantasy VII Rebirth remake on Xbox so bad.
side tangent. If anybody out there has a physical copy of Crisis Core or Final Fantasy VII Remake plus Intergrade for PlayStation 5, those are apparently getting really, really, really hard to find. So if you have them, you might want to hang on to those. So I think what's going to happen is once the third part is released, they're going to re-release a package with all 4 games in it, in my opinion, or 5 games if they include the remaster of the original. I think that would be a really awesome collector's set.
I think if people probably can find them at Target. They're still available.
Well,
in some areas.
I'm just saying, I read that in an article today. That's just me.
I got my Final Fantasy version. I got it on Switch.
Yeah, I have the Switch version too. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network. So, but I don't know, man. I'm not getting into this now. Let's move along. I've tangented us 4 times tonight, and we haven't even gotten the news, and we've been recording for an hour. So,
Well,
help me.
Are you ready for Femi News? Yes, take it away.
I guess so. Oh, here we go. Okay. Family news, Ed. So our first story is I don't think any of our stuff is Nintendo game related tonight, because there's just no news because we're waiting for the direct to drop. But the Zelda movie seems to be really moving along with Miyamoto really having his hand in it. And let's see. Where is that quote? Hold on. This is let me find the other link I had, because this is all kind of, it's just garbage links, not Zelda link, but garbage hyperlinks. So here's the quote in this article from Deadline. This is a quote from Tom Rothman, who is the Sony Motion Pictures Group chairman. He says, because the movie is being developed and made in the closest possible collaboration with Nintendo video game designer Shigeru Miyamoto, he's a true genius in that world, and it's really his strong vision that is motivating it. He created it and understands it thoroughly. You only have to look at the results of Super Mario Brothers to see. So I wonder if, Anuma or who was the director of Breath of the Wild? This is going to bother me if I don't look it up.
I know it starts with an H.
It's Hidemaru Fujibayashi. I wonder if either of them are involved too. I would imagine Anuma is involved in some capacity, right? I would assume, like, not as involved as Miyamoto, but somewhat involved, right? Like, I feel like that seems to make sense a little bit. So I don't know. I want to think this movie is going to be okay, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think we're more excited once again about the cast, and I think once we find out the cast,
Oh, I thought you meant we knew the cast already. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No. I think we're waiting. I think we're excited to see who they're going to cast, and then we'll be able. I won't say predict, but we'll be able to get our feelings of how this movie can go, because everybody knows when they announced Chris Pratt as Mario, there was a lot of concern, and then you go see the Mario movie, and whether you liked it or not, that movie hit uh $1 billion in ticket sales, and people were going back to see it and everything. And of course we got Jack Black with Peaches and stuff like that. Like the Super Mario Brothers movie really succeeded, and proved that when Nintendo works, kind of oversee and work well with companies, they want to make sure that the product that they put out is really good quality. So I think with Miyamoto being kind of involved, because this is his, like, it's his baby, this, he's the creator of it. He wants to make sure that this is done right. We're not, this is not going to be on no Netflix level of shenanigans that it probably could have, that it could have been. This is going to be like, oh, they're going in budget, don't know yet, but they really are going to go in, and Nintendo is going to be meticulous, looking at everything, making sure that it flows, the cuts, probably the dialogue, just to make sure that the movie is like a good representation of the Legend of Zelda. The the ways in the story, the Triforce, and just everything about it of what makes it a Legend of Zelda movie. So who else not but to have Miyamoto? And yes, Miyamoto is not a movie director or anything. He's a game developer. He's a creator, uh, and everything. So uh, definitely uh to get ideas and stuff, you know, why not have the opportunity to work with Miyamoto um on this and everything.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
I,
know if I'm
I,
excited
I,
or not for this.
I well, definitely, I think the pre-order sales of they do pre-order sale tickets is gonna go through the roof. Like I wouldn't be surprised just for the weekend alone of the first week of the Legend of Zelda movie coming out that our pre-sale tickets are just literally sold out. And of course, people are going to be trying to sell them at a higher price, but I'm just like, if it's a sold out show all weekend long, and that's good sale numbers for that movie, that's just going to showcase um that people will be like, you may want to go see this movie when you can, because it's saying that people are is getting good sales and ticket numbers. How it will turn out, that's that opinion depends on that person. But I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, right? I mean, I don't know. I feel like that um I feel like Zelda needs to be taken a little bit more seriously than Mario, if that makes sense. And I hope that they take the
Yeah.
time to do that, because I
Yes.
think there's a lot you could do and there's a lot you could do wrong. And I think a lot of people are going to be very, how do I want to say this? Very picky about Link specifically. Um, because Link is a silent protagonist. He is very kind of just, he's a character that you can't really match the cast, because it you know what I mean, like you can't really find that person who's the perfect casting for Link, which is why my thought is that
Yeah.
Link shouldn't even be a part of this first movie at all, right? Like, what I think, if you so Lasby wrote a Boss Rush banter about how the Era of the Wilds should be the movie, right? And I don't disagree. But my thing with that is that the movie should start with them burying Link in the uh, Tomb of Resurrection or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
Link is really hurt. Zelda is carrying him in there. She buries him, and the movie should take place in between, where you know I I I really think this would work better as a series, to be honest with you, but I think they're going to try to make this some sort of trilogy, in my opinion. I think it should
Hmm.
revolve around Zelda specifically. I don't think it should revolve around Link. I think it should revolve around Zelda and the Master Sword kind of being this uh, relic that she has to hide from Ganon. And, it doesn't have to be exactly Breath of the Wild, right? Because I don't think it can. I think they need to tell their own
Yeah.
story. And that's something that Zelda actually lends itself very well to, is not tying it to a game because none of the games are tied together really.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
in a sense, like yeah, the timelines exist, whatever, but you know what I mean. And
Yes.
it should revolve around Zelda, the time that Link is sleeping, and the political turmoil that Hyrule is going through to fight off, the calamity, and um, the dark forces that surround it. And then maybe the end of the movie, the end credit scene has Ganon, after after the fight from the first from Breath of the Wild, like Ganon is buried, and maybe Ganon, you go zoom in on his face and maybe his eyes open or something, and maybe that's the end of the movie, and then it sets up a sequel, and then it starts out. I don't know what you do. I really don't know. But I guess that would involve Link, having Link in the. Man, I don't know.
Well, I think you
I think
had.
having Link involved is a bad idea for the first movie.
I, I think you have to
I just
have
don't think
Link.
you could have Link. Maybe it
I
revolves around the
think you.
Zonai and Zelda and that timeline, right? Like
Mhm.
maybe it.
I Yeah, I think you have to have Link. Is because
Well,
he
they're gonna have Link
is
because he's the main character, and
character. Yeah.
he's the vessel in which people can relate to the story, right? That's.
Right.
But I think it's a bad idea. But what do I know? I'm
I think
not a movie
But
writer.
I think stuff like that. I think without Link, that's good TV series. I think because you have to have Link, you have to have it in a movie form, because of what the people know about the games. And now I don't know if this is going to be a original story, meaning that if it's so original that it does has a place in the Legend of Zelda timeline history or history of the timeline. If it plays a part, um, and it just goes to somewhere way different once the next game and stuff come back. Because I think Anuma, he probably won't play a part in this because it's just like, how do we as the Zelda team, I think they're trying to figure out what is the next Zelda story they want to tell. What's the next Legend of Zelda story they want to tell? And I think with this movie, they're fine letting them be able to tell that story, but make something original themselves. Um,
Hmm.
and so with their ideas and characters, or like if they even bring in another character stuff, I think they want to keep that separate. And within 2 or 3 years from now, maybe do an announcement or a trailer for, this is Zelda, this is the next chapter in the Zelda franchise, story wise, switch to successor and everything.
Hmm. Anyways, Zelda movie. Hope you do it correctly. Also, the director kind of said he didn't want to reveal what his favorite game in the series was because he didn't want people to think that that was going to be the game that they were basing the
Yeah.
movie off of. So that was,
Yeah.
you know. All right, we're moving on. Speaking of Nintendo movies, Chris Pratt thinks that we'll be getting, quote, lots of Nintendo films over the next decade, and he's just as excited about it as you are, supposedly. Probably because Illuminations and Nintendo are paying him a lot of money to play Mario. Um, but yeah, apparently he thinks they're making a lot of Mario movies because he was asked about the sequel because he's also voicing Garfield in the Garfield movie. So this was at one of
which
those.
i which I heard got bad reviews.
I don't know anything about it, so I don't really care about Garfield at all. So Pratt revealed a quote: "I can't tell you much about. I can't tell you much, but I can say that there is another Mario movie coming. It gets me very excited thinking about the world of Mario and Nintendo in general. I think over the next decade we'll see lots of stories coming out of that world. I was thrilled, honored, and blessed to be a part of the first one. And moving forward, I'm open to doing as much and as little as they want from me. I can't say much, but I am just as excited as everyone else, he says. So, okay, more Mario stuff. I mean, I assume this is where they will kind of break things off into like, we were theorizing that maybe there's a Luigi's Mansion or a Donkey Kong movie
Mm-hmm.
coming, or because I still think they should do a Donkey Kong movie next, but it's
I
just me.
I have a feeling that is the next one.
Uh, so I don't know. We'll see. I know they said they announced a release date for the Mario movie, which is 2026, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so that's that. It seems.
Yeah, and
But
plus, I
man,
don't even know if Illumination has anything in the pipeline to be released.
um, I mean they released a Despicable Me prequel at some point
Oh,
recently, maybe, but I don't
but I
know.
feel like they got like 8 movies of that series.
I mean there are a lot, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen any of them, so I can't tell you. Uh,
Mm.
but yeah, Mario movie. Staying on the movie train, everybody. Did you know the Nintendo Pow Block is now a movie podcast? Uh,
Yes,
Minecraft,
we
the
actually
Minecraft
need to.
movies.
Like
What?
we actually need to watch those movies that we made a list of
I
and
know.
talk about them.
Uh, I know. I wanted to, but then we can't even keep expansion pass going. How are we going to start something new? Minecraft movie stars celebrate the game's 15th anniversary with a cake. Um, there's a really fun video on Twitter with Jack Black and somebody. I think. Oh, it's uh, Jason Momoa. They are
Mm-hmm.
uh, cutting a Minecraft cake with Minecraft weapons, and that's the 15-year anniversary video. They are both in the Minecraft movie, so you can look forward to that, I guess, at some point. I thought Patton Oswald was attached to it at one point, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think he is anymore. So Jack Black is just in every video game movie now.
I know Pringles is doing like promotional stuff with Minecraft and stuff. So I wonder if you know, because I think sometimes it's. I know there are some candy like the trolley, um, like sour candy. They have like Halo. Um, Pringles is doing, like I said, Minecraft. I think Pop Tarts might be doing something Minecraft related also. So I think, because they're about to get into the movie stuff, I think a lot of food products, we're going to start seeing a lot of with Microsoft in this movie.
Mm. Well,
Which got me
guess we'll.
thinking, be like, how the heck you guys can market the stuff, do the food product deals, but I can't market it for y'all system.
Hmm. Well, I hope it does well. That's all I can say. Uh-oh. Hmm.
Yes, what happened? Exciting news?
Uh, maybe, possibly. But it's okay. I'll share it later. Um, let's see. Where was I going with this? Sorry, I got distracted by that. It was a message for something, and I know you shouldn't be checking your messages while you're podcasting because it's rude, but this one's different. What was the next news story here? The next news story is that we talked about this earlier, Ed, but it seems that Paper Mario online, online retailer pre-orders are being canceled. You have to pre-order it in a store or through a store to pick up at the store, or have the store ship it to your house from the store. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, this I pre-ordered it from Best Buy today because it just happened to be up and pre-ordered. I'm thinking about doing it with Luigi's Mansion too, just to get it. So
Mostly with Nintendo games, I pre-order from Best Buy. A lot, in fact, a lot of games I pre-order from Best Buy for in-store pickup, unless unless they're gonna ship it to me. And to be like, and y'all heard me talk about this, that when the game is released, even though and you pre-order it when it's released, you will get it the day of release through Best Buy. UPS will roll up at 9 or 10 or 11 o'clock and drop your package off. If not, they'll be there at 5 or 7 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, you will get it on the day. And this is just a me thing. I'm like, how the heck is Best Buy getting this right and Amazon can't?
yeah, it's man, it's yeah, I don't understand this whole thing. I mean, I for like collector's editions, I guess I could
Mm-hmm.
see it, but this is just a normal $60 video game. It's just like a normal game. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
just
this is a weird one, and I think it has to do something with Walmart. I think probably with Walmart and Nintendo, because I'm just like, if they are canceling orders, why is it only Walmart and nobody else? You know, literally pre-orders and curbside and in-store pickups. Um, and I think this is even before like the pandemic happened. Uh, with Best Buy, it just started making business sense, and Best Buy was making a lot of money because of this.
mhm.
And so when I know people just be like, well, don't really pre-order your games and all, I'm just like, pre-order has become a big thing, and with Best Buy, I think it's easier because they make the system easier. You pre-order it, they send it to your email, you go up there, you should present your email with that barcode. They scan it, they get your game or whatever, your product, give it to you, and you on your way. And like I mentioned earlier, if you pre-order it to have it shipped to your home, most of the time it's free shipping.
Mhm.
And you get it at that date. You might not get you, and you'll probably get an email saying that your item has shipped or your item has arrived at your house and stuff, and it'll tell you what that item is, and then bam, you just go on about your day with your
Yeah.
item if you pick it up. Like, and you see me, shoot, Corey, that I've been on the phone with you telling you I'm going to Best Buy to pick my stuff up that I pre-ordered,
Yeah.
and everything. And people have seen me, like, I picked up my stuff up and I take a picture to show this is what I got.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just think it's a Walmart thing. Why? I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's strange. There's a man. I don't understand. I still need
Cause
I'm
like,
still I'm still I still need to get another Code Recollection. I still need to get Princess Peach Showtime, Mario versus Donkey Kong. I bought Prince of Persia this year, so that was something that I bought from this year for Switch. What was the other big game that came out for Switch this year? Like the not like an indie, but like a big game that got a physical
um,
release. Endless Ocean. I'm not getting Endless Ocean.
Princess Peach Showtime.
I just said that, Ed. Why do you never listen to me?
I didn't hear you say it.
Oh my gosh, Ed, I'm gonna slap you.
Meow.
Oh my
Last
gosh.
week, last week, yes, you could have slapped me. This week, I'm fighting back. Meow. Dragon Punch. Little Mac
Uh
dodge.
anyways, we're moving on. I need to pick up some games from this year. I need to pick up a lot of games, which hopefully I will be doing soon.
Look, Corey, do we need to make a list? Because I know I
I'm
do.
So here's the thing about a list, okay? Nope, not getting into it right
Side
now.
chan look,
Look,
I was to say side tangent or final thought.
final thought. Remind me about that at the final thought. I guess I could
Okay.
just type it into the doc, but I'm reading another story. Speaking of stories, another story, news story. The Zelda Master Sword replica joins Tamashii Nation's Proplica line in 2024. This is a beautiful, beautiful sword. It's going to cost you 200 rupees. I mean, dollars. It's expensive, but it looks really great. This looks incredible, actually, and I really want it. But I also am afraid that my kids would stab someone with a sword, so
Ooh,
I
yeah.
wouldn't know where to hang it either. I guess back there by the shield, I could, or something. By the way, that shelf over there, this one,
Yeah.
this one, I'm turning that
Mhm.
into like a Nintendo shelf, I think. Uh, my other stuff is going to go in these. I'm rearranging a lot of stuff in this office in the next couple days. Uh,
And that's the one with the Master Chief helmet, right?
yeah, I'm going to move the Master Chief helmet somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I just want to rearrange stuff because I'm really struggling, Ed. All right, here we go. Are you interested? Are you going to buy this sword, Ed? Are we going to have a sword fight, a master sword fight?
Oh, nah. I'm good.
Next story. I don't really care about this, but I know a lot of people do. Toby Fox shares a new development update on Deltarune Chapter 4. Spoilers, it's not coming anytime soon. Toby Fox, developer of Undertale, and obviously Deltarune chapters 1, 2, and 3. I think the first two chapters were free, and then chapter 3 was like 10 or $15 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Toby Fox, quote from there was an interview, and he was asked about Deltarune Chapter 4. Chapter 4 development is going better than ever. We are on track to meet our internal deadline. The new hires are already making a great difference to improve the atmosphere and feel of the chapter. I feel really good about this, champ. Uh, Later, Fox hopes to release some of the Fox hopes at least some of the team will have moved on to Chapter 5 by the next update. As for the release date, this can't be, quote, discussed yet, but it could still be, quote, far off. So if you're looking forward to that, guess you're waiting.
I still haven't played the first one, so
I, I
is this
don't
game
care about
free?
Ed. What did I just say? I said chapters 1 and 2 are free, and chapter 3 costs like $10 or $15.
Well,
Oh my gosh, Ed. That's 3 times this episode. Are you feeling okay? Are your ears working?
no, they're not.
Oh my gosh. Man.
It just sounded like you said Chapter 4 is available. I'm like, wait a minute, is this whole game free? It's like, I don't know.
Ed, Fallout is coming to Switch, sort of. uh Fortnite has teased a Wasteland themed season based around Fallout is coming to the Battle Royale sometime soon. There's an image floating around on their Twitter page. It's just the power suit or whatever it's called. I'm not a Fallout person. I don't care. I watched 3 episodes of the show and I'm like, I don't care about any of this. I don't care about anything that's happening. Also, why do all these shows have to be so violent and gross? I'm tired of
because
watching
it's
guts
it's
fall out
not
of
on.
people.
It's not a TV show on a network that's on TV. It's on a streaming platform, so they can do whatever they want.
Man, there are so many shows that I want to watch because the premise sounds so cool, but it's just so gross and violent that it makes me
It's on.
it's just gross, man. Like
It's on streaming platforms, and that's it. Well, The Last of Us is on a premium platform, so of course you could get whatever you want on that. That's it.
it's just
There's
like,
no
man,
video game. There's no video game TV show showing up on CBS or NBC. I'll be surprised.
it's like the Boys is a show that I think the premise is really incredible, but it's so gross.
Mhm.
Like I just don't want to watch it because it's so gross. It's just gross. I don't need to see this stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on to Pack
Amazon
Watch.
a
I'm
and
I'm get,
superheroes.
I'm getting angry, uh, and kind of grossed out. Pack Watch. This is where we tell you all the games that are
Backwatch.
coming out in the weeks ahead. I feel really bad for all of these games coming out on the same week as Paper Mario. So yeah, Paper Trail is a game that's coming out. Paper Trail is a top-down puzzle adventure about leaving home, set in a paper world. You must fold and tear your way through a diverse, populated paper world as you progress. New game opportunities emerge, enhanced by the folding mechanics of the world. Man, they say "world" a lot in this description. On 5/23, we're getting 3 games, Ed. Bread and Fred is
Ooh.
coming. Grab your best bud for help in this new co op challenge to help 2 adorable penguins, Bread and Fred, reach the top of the snowy summit. Time your jumps, cling to walls, and swing across gaps to see how far you can make it before you tumble all your way back down the mountain. Ah, that's a game that's been pushed really hard, and they decided to release it on the same day.
Right.
uh, World of Goo 2 is coming out on the 23rd. Uh,
Yes.
use living liquid creatures to build bridges, grow towers, terraform terrain, and fuel flying machines. The world is beautiful, dangerous, and evolving. Last but not least is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. The nefarious X-Nauts are after the treasure behind the Thousand Year Door. With a map from Princess Peach and the help of the few locals, Mario journeys through a colorful world made of paper to find them first. To prevail in this quest, you'll have to level up Mario and his friends, master timing-based attacks and badges to impress the audience on the stage of combat, and make use of the abilities that come with being cursed or conveniently made of paper, like folding into a plane to cross big gaps or turning sideways to slip through the narrow openings. So that's where we're at, Ed. That's where we're
Three
at.
games this week for me. Yes, Hellblade, World of Goo 2, and Paper Mario. Like World of Goo 2, I don't know what the reviews are going to be, but it's been a long time, and I did enjoy World of Goo on Wii, and everything. And I do believe in this game. It looks so much fun, and I love this kind of puzzling game. So I'm super excited to support this game. I really hope that it get good reviews and people check it out. Uh, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, those are the games coming out. Question block. It's time for question block. You should ask questions for
Yes.
us to answer during this segment. We have a few questions this week, Ed. Quite a few. Our first one comes from Sam Hall via a comment on a video. What do you expect the first year of the Switch 2 to look like? Do you think it will have a first year like the Switch? I mean,
Um.
I think that's why they delayed it, right? Was to increase the quality of their first party lineup, and hopefully have
Yeah.
something at launch. So,
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
Um. I I don't think they will have. I don't expect it to have it like the original Switch. Only because we don't know who is all supporting the system. I think once we get a infographic of who's all going to be there, we can get an idea. Uh, if it doesn't have it, with this backwards compatibility, I think people will be probably picking up a lot of missed Switch games before they end. In case there's not a strong library, for it. Like if Nintendo could continue to do a big first party game per month, whether it's new or port or something like that, um, then I could see something happening. But I think with I think by the second or third year, it will prove to see that Switch 2 is going to be very successful. I mean, yes, the first year it was good, but I'm like, don't forget the first year there wasn't a lot of switches out there, um, and stuff. So hopefully they can avoid that with Switch Two. Game wise, it just kind of depends if we're going to get a lot of follow ups or a lot of ports, and we need to see who's going to be on that infographic. Now, Square Enix at this time, because they talked about going multi-platform, they could be a big factor of having of allowing Switch 2 to be successful. So yeah. I just don't think so just yet with Switch 2 for its first year until we see who's all gonna be supporting the system.
Hmm. Well, I think that wait, what happened? I missed something here. I think that where was I? I think that the Switch 2 is going to have some sort of I think the Switch 2 is going to have a really quality lineup. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think Nintendo is going to. I still think the 3D Mario game is the launch game. I still think that
Yeah.
Mario Kart. I still think that Mario Kart 9 is going to be a launch window game. I still think that Metroid Prime 4 is a cross-gen game. I bet they introduced some sort of new IP, some sort of cooperative new IP, similar to Splatoon and Arms, somewhere in there,
Yeah.
right? Like, or and there's going to be some sort of weird party game like 1-2 Switch or Nintendo Land or something. I think there's going to be something weird like that. I think we're going to see, like you said, Square Enix is going to support them. I think Bandai Namco is going to have some things. I think, because this thing is going to be powerful, and there's a lot of tech specs surrounding this that we talked about last week, and a lot of people are saying it might be as not as powerful as the Series S, but it's going to be s- similar in strength, and so that would be really fascinating to see if Nintendo can squeeze, essentially a Series X or a Series S into a handheld, which is what Microsoft is trying to do right now.
Yeah.
Maybe if they, um, never mind. So I think, yeah, I think Nintendo's gonna have a strong lineup. Like, when did Xenoblade come out? Xenoblade 3, 2022, right?
Um
22,
20 yeah,
22,
22.
because the DLC
Yeah.
came out last year. Yeah, so and Monolith
Mm-hmm.
has 4 teams. Obviously, 2 of them help get Breath of the Wild out the door. I think, I think we're gonna see. I really think we're gonna see maybe Monolith's next game too. Uh,
Yeah, Monolith's next game is, I think it's supposed to be. I feel like it's going to be on Switch too. I really hope it's at the Summer Direct. I'm really interested because I think if I kind of wonder if the Zelda teams or one of the Zelda teams has to be turned to help monitor some of the other teams that monitor soft um to work on that game, because Xenoblade Chronicles 4 is definitely going to be on Switch 2, the successor, but I think it's going to be 3 years after the system has came out. So maybe 2027, 28, maybe. Oh, well, if it's 3 years, it would be 28. But 27 might be the announcement. 28 it might be the release. And hopefully, if it's a game that does come out in the summer, um, more people will recognize it.
yeah. Well, guess we'll find out because I don't know. I think there's a lot of I think there's a lot of interesting things that could happen with this next console in terms of
Mm,
just by being more powerful. that it could just do some more things, and that has me excited. So
Yeah, and once again, Microsoft's participation for Switch successor, I think it's gonna, like I said, I think that's gonna continue to benefit both of those companies.
yeah. Well, our next question comes from David Lasby via Discord. He asks if Nintendo should join Summer Games Fest.
No,
I say no. I think Nintendo can just do whatever they want and still get the attention, because no matter what Jeff Keighley, how many times he pulls Kojima out of a magic box, Nintendo is always going to be bigger than that. And I mean, it's the same reason why you don't see Sony there at any of these things either, right? I mean, they
right.
just, the brand is bigger than the event at this point, and which is probably why you see Xbox there out of everybody all the time.
Right.
But I
Like
think
who's?
I
Oh, go ahead.
oh
I,
I just think like Nintendo's going to release a direct as soon as all this Summer Games Fest stuff is over, or somewhere in between Summer Games Fest and Gamescom, and it's going to get triple the views of Summer Game Fest, right? I mean, because we don't know what's coming, and that's going to be, we don't know what's coming after July from Nintendo. Uh, so everybody is anxious to see what's coming, and I can't blame them, because I want to see what's coming too. So
the thing about it, I think Nintendo is gonna be more memorable. Because like even after Summer Game Fest happened, who really was talking about a lot of that stuff from Summer Game Fest? Like the only one that I could recognize that people talked about after SGF was Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Like that was the game that a lot of people were talking about. Like no one was talking about Homeworld 3 and stuff like that. So I think with Nintendo, if they could deliver a strong direct, they're going to be talking about that more and about the games and stuff. They're not going to even be thinking about Summer Game Fest. And plus, the way people have their opinions about Jeff Keighley because of the Game Awards last year, they feel like they don't want Nintendo to even be connected to that.
well, I don't
You
care about
know,
that. People are just
I,
big whiny babies.
right? But I think people just like they don't want. They're gonna be like, what did Jeff Keighley do uh to get Nintendo to be a part of that and stuff? Like what did he promise or stuff like that? I think there's gonna be questions and everything. Nintendo wants to be able to handle their own marketing, have their own spotlight. They want to be on their own and get their own press and everything. They don't want to be muddled or connected to something that is going to overshadow them or give them part of a discussion, because even Nintendo sometimes can have a bad direct or average direct and they'll still get people talking you know about games and about the showcase. And for some people, they will feel like Nintendo is saving the Summer Games Fest than actually being a participant of it, because
Yeah,
of all of those showcases are not up to the viewers liking or expectations. If Nintendo's is strong, they're gonna be like, that's gonna be the thing. Well, Nintendo saved the Summer Game Fest, Nintendo did this, Nintendo did that, and everything. And Jeff Keighley probably doesn't want anything like that, because then the people who support Summer Game Fest is gonna be like, why do we even bother if we're not going to be getting the press or the marketing, or I don't want to say respect or anything, but the viewership that Nintendo is getting.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna just say completely no.
Well, guess we'll see about that direct. Um, Austin Campbell writes in. our friend Austin Campbell, Placed
I
Austin
miss
on
you,
Discord.
Austin.
Yeah, I know. I messaged him the other day because I want him to come on something soon. But we have a lot of people to get on this show that just timing is terrible. Would you rather have a Xenoblade game with Fire Emblem playstyle or a Fire Emblem game with Xenoblade playstyle? I would rather a Fire Emblem game with the Xenoblade playstyle,
Yeah,
personally.
uh, yeah, Fire Emblem with Xenoblade playstyle.
Yeah.
Um, because Xenoblade is such a big open world, and there really isn't no strategy in it. They would literally have to change the whole dynamic and uh gameplay executions for that to happen. And everything. Cause then you have to turn Xenoblade into and I'm talking about like a sim strategy like game. Like this would have to be like on Final Fantasy Tactics or a Disgaea kind of level in order for it to work. And because of the richness that's in Xenoblade Chronicles, and the series, the Fire Emblem gameplay style would not fit it at all. Trust me, Austin. I love you, and you my bro.
Whoa,
Him,
whoa.
I miss you.
He's just asking a question. I don't know.
I know, but I'm like, go play Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and see if that Fire Emblem idea will work. I'm
I
just
wouldn't
saying. I
I wouldn't
always
play it
try to
soon.
big up Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and get more people to play it because it is when you're talking about it is everything. It is everything.
Man, Xenoblade is the series I want to play this year. I'm trying. I'm trying really hard. Stop putting games
I
out and stop scheduling me to do things. Uh, man, I'm going to read this next question now. Antonio Guillen writes in, aka Hypecaster. Love Antonio. Another
yes,
person
I
I would
miss
like to.
Antonio.
Yeah. He writes in via threads. He says, Say you're Nintendo and you want to release a brand new Mario Kart game on the Switch 2. What does the game have to offer that would pull people away from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch 1? Um, here's the thing.
Double
Here's what I
dash,
here's what
double dash
here's
mechanics.
what what do
I
you say?
said double dash mechanics.
Nope. No. Double
For
Dash is the
me,
worst.
for
Double
me,
Dash is
I forgot. You know what?
I I
Go
hate
ahead,
Double
Corey.
Dash. I think Double Dash is
Just.
bad.
I. We will
I also
always
think
disagree on that one.
I only think there's 3 good Mario Kart games. Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart DS, and Mario Kart 7. Those are the only 3
DS
good
is
Mario Kart games. Dude, Mario Kart
DS
DS is
is addictively good.
oh,
It's so good, dude. Listen,
I mean,
that one I would never disagree about with DS. That one is
mhm,
really good.
dude, DS is probably until Mario Kart 8 came out, it was the pinnacle of Mario Kart for me. Uh it still might be actually. I just haven't played it in a long time. I mean, come on, the Super Nintendo one is bad.
Well,
Or
Super
Mario
Nintendo was
Kart.
the first one,
I
so
know, and it was probably fine at the time, but I didn't play it I didn't play a lot of it, and you go back to
yeah.
it, is really bad now. Uh, Mario Kart 64. Look, everybody, there are at least 5 superior racing games on the Nintendo 64 alone. Okay, one of them is called Diddy Kong Racing. Okay, one of them is called Cruisin' USA. Okay, one of them is called Beetle Adventure Racing. One of them is called Mickey's Speedway USA.
I never
And
played that one on N64.
mm, and I'm sure there's another one that I just can't think of right now. But look, I just named 4 better racing games on the Nintendo 64. Mario Kart 64 sucks. Let's
No, that's good.
no, it's bad.
It's
Diddy
a
Kong
it's a
Racing is
time
far
game.
superior. It's superior.
Um,
Way superior.
hmm.
Uh Double Dash, I don't know. I think everybody's just blind and can't doesn't I don't know. I don't. Double Dash in theory sounds great. Playing it is
Hmm.
really bad, and the controls are really bad. The carts
I'm just
feel
gonna say
really light, and they don't feel weighted down like they should. And Mario Kart Wii is just based off the Mario Kart Double Dash engine, so it feels exactly the same. Except now you
eh,
have these trashy wheel controls that nobody likes,
everybody,
which makes it worse.
we have we have a Mario Kart ranking on Boss Rush Network
I was
on
not
our
part of that,
YouTube channel.
so my opinions
Go
stand.
go give it a watch.
Uh,
And
the Game Boy Advance
yeah,
one is just the Super Nintendo version in handheld mode, so it's
pretty
also bad.
much.
And then the first good one
Well,
is
it
Mario
was.
Kart DS.
I wouldn't say it was bad. I think once again it's just a kind of experimental thing because um
Super Circuit was bad.
it wasn't
It
that
was
bad.
yeah, okay, and yeah, it wasn't.
It's forgettable, but it's not that bad.
Well, anyways, speaking of which, what we'd like to see from
Oh,
a new Mario Kart on the Switch, I think I think the phone game was actually a big experiment for them to see what they might do on the next console.
hmm
I think Mario Kart's going to be a game as a service, and you're going to get the
the
base game.
World Tour.
Yeah, I think you're going to get the base
Oh,
game on the cart, and I think you're going to forever be able to play the base game, right? But they're
yes.
going to have, these championship passes where they add new courses, where they add new costumes for the characters, where they add maybe they add a new power up or two each time or something. Uh, and I think that's how you're going to get the DLC is like every just like the waves they released for Mario Kart 8. I think every time a new
hmm
wave releases, it's going to come with some sort of uh, pass that you can complete with costumes and stuff. I don't know if it'll cost money or if they'll just charge like they did for the expansion pass or for the booster course deluxe pass for Mario Kart 8. But I think you're going to see what you saw with World Tour in terms of what they're going to offer with their DLC, uh, which is fine with me. And I think you're going to see other characters from other games incorporated at this point. I think you're going to get your Smash Kart like you've been wanting, with the Star Fox characters, Kirby, characters. Maybe not characters like from Fire Emblem or anything, but I think
hmm
I was gonna say Animal Crossing, but I think Isabelle is already in it, right?
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna see more Animal Crossing. I think you're just gonna get new characters in these passes too. Like maybe there's an Animal Crossing themed one, and you're just gonna get Animal Crossing characters as you make your way through the battle pass or whatever it is, which is gonna kind of suck because I don't know, man. I'm not in a place in my life where battle passes
Makes
appeal
sense.
to me, but I love Mario Kart 8, and if Mario Kart 9 plays like 8 and there's a battle pass every 3 to 4 months, I'm going to cry. I
But if you
had to
get it
stop. I had to
free,
what?
if you get it free do NSO, will you be okay with that?
But you're still going to have to do the battle pass, I think, right? Maybe. I don't know how it all works. I just think you're going to see something you could potentially see something like that, and I don't know if that's going to be good for people. I think I don't know. I think they could do a mix between what a battle pass is and what they're doing with the booster course pass stuff now. I think
Mhm.
you should be able to, if you buy the pass or whatever this entire thing is called. Let's just call it booster course plus or
Yeah.
whatever it's called. You get all the characters that come with it. You get all the courses that come with it, and maybe the battle pass has costumes or car parts or cars that you can unlock, and it's all purely cosmetic stuff. That would be my opinion. You would get the best of both worlds, I guess, because I really don't care what my racer looks like, except there's 900 versions of Mario that you could probably shove into one character. So,
Yeah.
what do you think, Ed? What do you think Mario Kart's going to look like
Uh
on the next console?
so of course, me and my wacky self, uh, is going
Wacky
to add
seconds.
some Sega into it. If Mario Kart 9, instead of, I mean, you can still have the Grand Prix, choosing your cups and having four courses and stuff like that. But I'm like, what if they added like a outrun kind of feel to it, where it's just all continuous, and
Hmm.
you get to split the track to be like, oh, I'm going to the Mushroom Kingdom. No, I'm headed to the city, and oh, I'm in the city from Super Mario Odyssey, and you that's a different kind of track. And then you get out of Odyssey and be like, huh, maybe if I could still go straight, um and go to like, oh, the mushroom, not the Mushroom Kingdom, oh, Koopa's place is there, or maybe, hey, what's this kind of thread place? Oh, Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Crafted World. Oh, that's cool. Oh, on my right, I punch not punch out, I'm sorry. Oh, this is kind of taking me to the sky. Oh, I'm now in the land where Kid Icarus is at. And like, I think they could do something like that, and you just do this continuous drive, challenging, like a main, like other, like a four, like have four people playing, or you doing the AI. You guys could team up, or you go, like I said, go against everybody, go against people, and every time you get to a different section, and it leads to an ending, it may unlock more music, more tracks, stuff like that. Like, it could give you a diversity if you play Mario Kart 9 like it was Outrun, and then get kind of like new cars, unlock soundtracks from those games, like new arrangements and stuff like that. And then if there is like a booster pack, um you get to do maybe the same courses but in reverse, or now you get more letters to go through, and there's now different worlds and stuff for it. Like, and then probably also, with a big community of racers, maybe that is your tournament also, that people create different tracks, and the tracks who get like the most love and stuff and everything, or if you want to custom make it, everybody add their track, or like everybody add their track, and maybe you never raced it, but now it's your track and you got to go through it, and you get to go through everybody's four tracks, um till you get as to see who will come in first,
Hmm.
uh and stuff like, but still could still keep it that outrun, or maybe you have your most well recognized track and then your least recognized track, so if you get to a point where it splits again, you don't know which track you're going to get, so maybe even random tracks and stuff until you actually get to the checkout, or you get to the check mark point and you see that it's someone else's track, but you don't know if it's the least one or the good one. And whoever gets to the end, within the allotted time, because you can still, get, you still could, if you get to the check mark before time runs out, you get like maybe 60 seconds or whatever it restores, and be able to get as far as you can. And if everybody get as far as they can, there's one bonus track everybody has to do. And if you don't have enough coins to keep your car going, the first one who gets to zero is out. And then the last one who remains wins the tournament or something like that. Like,
Mm.
I think that's a possibility that can happen in Mario Kart 9 that I would love to see.
Mm.
Cause I love Outrun on Sega Master System. I'm just like, I wish a lot of games kind of did that. That you
Mm.
drove and you was able to switch to a different track while still going.
Yeah. Oh man, Mario Kart. I
Yes.
love it. Maybe we'll get a be man. Mario Kart course maker would be great.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's I still want my Double Dash stuff, but yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
the last question comes from the Megadads account via Threads. Uh, what or does Toad feel the crushing weight of guilt when he eats a super mushroom? How does he alleviate that shame? I don't
Okay.
know. Didn't we
Does Toad
prove that
feel the
that their little their mushroom heads are hats? So are they really mushrooms? Because then they just confirm that, even though we kind of knew that from the cartoon from the '90s. Just
they
saying.
don't feel no shame. The the toads have been so many different things and have eaten so many different stuff. Um, yeah, it doesn't matter. They don't feel no shame. They probably don't even know uh about that. Like, and I don't think they need to alleviate shame because they don't know anything. They're toads. They're there to serve Princess Peach, and also have their lives be adventures, drive buses, you know drive go-karts, like, and also be able to pick up a mushroom. They picked up a mushroom in Super Mario Brothers 2 with Toad, and that added life to him. So what shame are they feeling? Or what shame is he feeling? It, yeah, they don't have no shame. The Toad and the Toad Pack and all of them. They're just like regular townspeople, and plus they support Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door by being in the audience and stuff.
Wow. Um, Toads are soulless creatures that will make you feel shame for eating something, and then they'll laugh at you. Anyways, that's the end of our show, Ed. We're at the end. I
All
don't know
right,
what we're doing
well, Corey.
anymore. I don't know how this works.
Well, Corey, yes, we are at the end, and we're gonna get into our final thoughts, Corey. Final thoughts about video game lists and making one.
Oh right. I knew I was supposed to remember something and then I forgot. Um
You told me to
yes.
help you remember, so I
I
did
know. I know. Thank you for being my remember. You listened to me. Thank you.
it.
So as I've been curating my Ed, you know how I love to make lists about gaming stuff. Um
Yes.
I've been making my official collection curation list. Um and let me tell you, it's been pretty fun, but also like I'm trying to make a list of all like I'm trying to find a list of all of the Switch collector's editions that have been released. Uh and I'm going like Nintendo published ones and then larger releases. I'm not doing all this limited run stuff. Uh
Oh, all
you
that
know,
limited run stuff is all third party. Yeah, you got
and
third party
yeah.
indies.
Yeah, and so I've been trying to find that, and I've also been trying to find a Nintendo published game release list for Switch by release date, and nobody has made that yet, or at least from what I can find, unless you dive deep into like a Reddit thread, and I don't want to go to Reddit because it scares me. Um,
I wonder why Nintendo Wiki wouldn't have it.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, they probably do. I just didn't. You could probably go to the eShop and probably sort Nintendo games by release date. That'd probably be the easiest one. But then, like, the eShop will freeze, you know, 3 pages down, and it'll say, "Well, connection error because I'm on the Switch and my pages don't work because the eShop sucks." Oh man. So that's my kind of thought. I'm in the process of listing stuff for curation, and it's been kind of fun but also kind of annoying, but also, you know, just one of those things. So yeah, lists are fun.
All right. Um. Well. My final thought outside of Pizza Hut, get it together. Um. Is pretty much like I don't know how physical is going to look in the future for Nintendo. And that it speaks more about retail stores carrying it and not seeing it shrink in size. Like there it may actually get to a point that if we want physical for a lot of retail stores, we may have to just order it and have it shipped to us. And um that that kind of worries me because like I said, with literally with Best Buy and how their physical sections look like just for video games, it's like it's worrisome. And it gets to me, it's just like we support physical, we support retail with these physical games. Why would you guys make the decision of um taking that away from us? Especially with Nintendo being such a big um factor of Best Buy having great sales, even probably even Target and other retail stores. Don't forget, Switch was Switch was the system that everybody was like, "Oh, this is going to be the final straw for Nintendo." That it wasn't going to do well, and throughout the years that it's been out, there just has been report of major physical sale numbers hitting that console and making money at stores. Like you literally were getting people coming in your stores when you were worried about um people not coming into or doing any retail shopping. With Switch, there was always guaranteed great sales, whether it was a pre-order, curbside, whatever. You were guaranteed that people were coming into your stores to purchase a Nintendo game or to purchase any kind of game, you know. And it, I just wonder with to successor, um, with physical and everything. It's just like it's it's physical make gonna make a return. And if it doesn't make a return, like at Best Buy, and I'm picking on Best Buy because this is where we're seeing it, there's a possibility that, physical may not play a big part in any console success. You know, and I just don't. I'm not saying that I want to have a digital only system, but like there's something special getting a Nintendo game ever since me as a kid having an NES. Getting a physical Nintendo game always meant something to me and still means something to me to this very day. So my final thought, like I hopefully that doesn't go away. Hope retailers continue to see that we as gamers, or some of us gamers, still want to support consoles and third party developers, indies and stuff like that with physical games. We don't want that experience to go away. And maybe that's on us, but we want to give you sales because you are a business and you're open. That's what you're open for. You're open up for sales. Why would you want to take that away? So,
Yeah,
with that, everybody, we have come to the end of Nintendo Power Block.
we're
Thank you
here.
guys for joining us. Yes. You guys could join us on our Discord. Join us, follow us on Twitter or /X at Power Block Podcast. Check out our shows on YouTube. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Listening for these episodes. And yeah, everybody, we're excited for things that's going to be coming definitely in June. Like I said, the summer direct is going to be hitting us. Um and we're just very interested to see all the games that's going to be revealed for it. And definitely, like I said, we're excited for the Nintendo Direct in June. We're excited. And this might just be me and Corey and maybe some other people. We're excited for the Xbox showcase. Because we do root for Xbox. I mean, we also root for Sony and everything, and root for games.
I root for games, man.
But yeah, we're definitely excited to see what is the presentations that's going to be happening throughout June and probably July. And also wholesome games. I'm excited for. Hopefully Kim Chica is hosting, because I was thinking about her a couple of weeks ago to be like, I hope she's hosting the wholesome games, because I'm ready to buy my shirts. And I'm excited to see what she presents. Shout out to Kim Chica and Toge Productions. Those two, like, they were a blast to see at With that, everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody. Woo!
Goodbye. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.